Hello and welcome to this week's Live Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. On this week's show I shall be chatting to the wonderful Michael and Dan from local punksters Anti Stasi. And I'll be playing lots of homegrown music by local bands. Hello, I hope you're all having a great week and are fit and well. Let's kick today's show off with a bit of Panda Cub and Sally Hossack, Leaves Begin.
January, when the trees shiver, lots of leaves, their best friends, they'll be back again. Feeling thin, feeling thin. Where is the sun hiding? It's getting colder when all that surrounds me are leaves, delicately crafted to fit in. January, when the trees shiver, lots of leaves, their best friends, they'll be back again. I'm waiting for you to stop hiding. Oh, where have you been? I miss the colors you bring me. I can't figure out if I feel the way I do without you. Oh, where have you been? All you imagine comes too late. All these little things that get delayed. All because the lady loves to be late. When you're not hiding. Look so pretty on the outside. When you're not
That was the wonderful Panda Cub and Sally Hossack, Leaves Begin. If you'd like to see Sally perform, she's actually hosting an open mic night. She calls it Players and Pizza Open Mic, and that's at the St James's Bistro in the middle of sunny Leicester, and the next one's on Saturday the 10th of September from 7 o'clock. So yeah, that'll be great. I haven't had the pleasure of going to one of those yet, but I'm sure it's absolutely fantastic. Beautiful venue as well, St James's Bistro, lovely and intimate. Next up is an oldie but goodie, Raptor sound, Every Part.
Take every part of my life and the things I believe to be mine, make them yours, yeah, make them yours. Though my living is flawed, you still stand at the door. I hear your voice, yeah. I hear your voice.
That was the wonderful sound of Raptor sound. Oldie but goodie. Every Part, that's what that was called. They were around probably over 10 years ago now. But yeah, I used to love going to see them. Okay, let's bring it back up to the modern day and up the tempo a little bit too. Here's Smoke Test, Good Job. That was the wonderful Smoke Test from Volume 1, and good job. Okay, let's have a little bit of Space Toast now. Love these guys, seen them live many a time, and Hate You.
Down the high street thinking thank God this is it. Too busy being late for work to take the time out to quit. As I run into the road, swear down on almost getting here, but I'm too far behind to even give a Stopping on the concrete thinking thank God for Doc Martens. As I glance down at my watch I wonder maybe there's an art in clinging on to life by just a skin upon my teeth. Today's just not my day, man, this week's just not my week. She said I hate you but I like your songs, and if they got a little better maybe we could get along. Said I'm alright, I'm doing fine on my own now. She said I hate you but I like your songs, and if they got a little better maybe we could get along. Said I'm alright, I'm doing fine on my own now. Stressed at best, but don't go getting old and pressed, because to you I do confess lions loads upon my chest. Essay due tomorrow, it's already 10:30. That's a night of sleep I'm never getting back again. My eyes are on the paper but my brain is somewhere else. Man, this amount of concentration just can't be good for my health. So I make myself a cup of tea, think about the days when my troubles were only others' views, back when they used to say I hate you but I like your songs, and if they got a little better maybe we could get along. Said I'm alright, I'm doing fine on my own now. She said I hate you but I like your songs, and if they got a little better maybe we could get along. Said I'm alright, I'm doing fine on my own now. Stuck on the same road so I tried to make it sink. Did you know this would happen, or did you not think? The lines are beating my mind, the hardest days can be left behind, but lately it seems I'm stuck on rewind. She said I hate you but I like your songs, and if they got a little better maybe we could get along. Said I'm alright, I'm doing fine on my own now. She said I hate you but I like your songs, and if they got a little better maybe we could get along. Said I'm alright, I'm doing fine on my own now.
That was the wonderful Space Toast and Hate You. Of course, we chatted to them here on Live, Local and Loud probably about a year ago now, sometime last year, just before they all split up and went to their various universities and stuff. So now they just do gigs when they come home during the college holidays. But yeah, so great to hear from them. So now it's time for this week's interview. For this week's special interview on Live, Local and Loud, I'm with Michael and Dan from local punksters Anti Stasi. Hello there both. How the devil are you today?
All good, thank you.
Yeah, marvellous here. Thanks very much, Kevin.
Excellent. And thank you ever so much for joining me today on my little show. It's been a little while since I've been chatting to a punk band. So just briefly, would you like to say who else is in the band and what do they do, please?
there's myself, the bass player, and Dan is vocalist. We have Romanko, who is our guitarist, and Mayan, our drummer.
Excellent, brilliant. So nice compact unit, foursome. Excellent. Okay, brilliant. So how long have you been in the Leicester music scene, guys?
Yeah, as a band, it was kind of an idea that me and Mike had for quite a number of years, trying to start up with little success, finding like-minded people to do it. As this particular group of individuals, just over 12 months, there was some ideas floating back and forth via file sharing, kind of beginning of last year, and it was kind of July time where Mayan joined the fold, and we all actually managed to get together in a room to basically jam things out.
Oh, right. I say. I should explain to the listeners that you, Dan, are on your phone walking down a street at the moment, hence the car noise behind you.
Yeah, excuse that, sorry.
So you're quite a new band then. Have you done many gigs yet, or you've just been practicing?
I think we've done about
15 gigs?
About 15. We've played Leicester, Nottingham, Derby, Northampton, London so far.
Wow.
Birmingham.
Oh yeah, Birmingham, forgot one. We've recorded a 4-track demo and a 2-track EP as well.
Great.
And then we're currently working on getting some songs together for the next recording.
That's amazing. And you've just been around, just over a year?
Pretty much, yeah.
Crikey, that's good going. So what would you say is your most memorable gig then that you've done so far in your short history?
I would say we did one in Kettering a few weeks ago in a skate park.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which was a benefit gig for the family of someone who'd sadly died.
Right.
There was I think there was 10 bands on, a few hundred people turned up.
Literally playing on top of a skate ramp.
You can see a video from there, but that was something else.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking on your Facebook page, I saw something. I thought that can't be right, but you're literally playing on top of a skate ring.
Yeah,
I had my eyes shut all the way through it.
That's pretty good. Did any of you sort of get on your skateboards and zoom off afterwards?
No, I'm quite surprised I didn't fall off, to be honest with you, but. No, we're too old for that.
Oh, bless you.
I was glad to be vertical, that was all.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's play one of your songs now. We're going to play in true punk fashion. It's quite a short one, 1 minute 16, which reminds me, actually, seeing as your songs are very short, should your interviews be very short as well?
That's
All
up to
depends.
you. We can talk for hours.
Oh, right. Oh, perhaps not then. Okay, so we're going to play Idiot Parade. Before we do, can one of you just tell us about it? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the song. It's the first set of lyrics I penned for the band. And it's essentially regarding how art is basically being taken over by idiots, whether it be kind of television being overdone by reality TV shows, or just music just being basically made stupid. I kind of look at like the early 90s when you see a lot of commercially successful acts, kind of like Public Enemy, Rage Against the Machine. They had a very strong message that they were portraying. Where there is still artists who do portray a message, nowadays it does seem to be taken over and lost within a lot of very commercialized artists who really, they're just there to sell products.
Right.
It also has connotations towards the obsession that we have with influencer culture in the UK and other parts of the world, where we kind of look up to people who are doing nothing more than being salespeople, preying on your kind of insecurities to sell products. They're not doing it for any other reason and basically to I'm just trying to get my words out, but to really, they're doing it to sell a product and they're using people's insecurities against them. So it's kind of a bit of a mixture of all that slabbed into 1 minute 16 seconds.
Yeah. I was going to say that's quite a lot to fit in there. Okay, well now that you've explained that to me, that's good because obviously it's quite difficult to hear the lyrics as well in your vocal style. But without any further ado, let's play it. So here's "Idiot Parade" by Anti Stasi. That was "Idiot Parade" by local punksters Anti Stasi. And this week's interview is with Dan and Michael from the band, and Dan who's on his phone, so you might hear traffic noises. So guys, so unusual vocals, type of vocal style going on there. How did that come about?
Basically, I was trying to rip off Paul from Sheer Terror and Barney from Napalm Death. Was pretty much what it was. It's like I say, it's going to be a chalk and cheese kind of thing to listen to.
Yeah,
but it's pretty standard within the style that we obviously perform. Is, the aggressive. The aggressive vocal style, because at the end of the day, it's as explained prior to the song, it's we're dealing with topics that aren't necessarily going to be particularly of a happy nature. So it matches the music.
Okay,
upbeat, aggressive, and
I often wonder when bands do sing in that style if they have is it all just their voice, or is there some effect that's added to it?
No, I make sure every single sound engineer that we work with does not put any reverb on my vocals. Some bands do have it. Some bands do have an awful lot of it. I personally don't. In the studio, there's always going to be things put on because it's always going to have something done to it to really bring it out in the studio. The live setting, that's all me straight through the PA.
Wow. Oh, okay, that's quite interesting. So it must take it out of you then. By the end of the night, your voice must be quite sore.
I do. Well, to be honest, I thoroughly warm up before we play. So it'll be a case of humming. Let's say, I'll probably start humming to myself probably about an hour, 90 minutes before perform. And then it's just a case of just continuously just hum to myself to get my vocal cords warmed up, and then it just goes. Then it's just from there really. It all just depends how well I do it to if I've got any lasting effect the next morning.
Oh wow. Okay. While I'm chatting to you, Dan, what's it like being the front man of the band?
It's, to be honest with you, I turn up, I do my thing, and that's about it. I've got the easiest job out of anyone within the band. What I do, there's a talent level to it. I'm not going to downplay it and say it takes no talent level whatsoever, because it does. But I'm the least important member of keeping the unit tight.
Right.
If Mike, Mayan, or Ron make a mistake, it's more audible, more visible to a crowd. If I make a mistake, it really doesn't have a dramatic effect on us. So, those guys are the ones that need all the credit.
Yeah.
I just turn up and do my thing, to be brutally honest with you.
Wow. I
But from
presume
my point
you're
of view,
quite.
having Dan as a front man is quite dangerous because I like to walk around a bit normally. And Dan kind of owns the stage. He did nearly kick my head off by accident at the start of show we did on Friday night.
Excellent. Well, that's what punk's all about. Oh, brilliant.
Which I hadn't realised till I saw a video on Saturday morning. But
Yeah. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, you played at Firebug, didn't you, on Friday?
yes,
We did, yeah.
How did that go?
It was
was
really
good.
nice. It was the bands we played with were both loads of fun, really good, great people. It's a superb venue. There was a nice little crowd out. It would have been better if more people had turned up.
I
But
think what was good for us was that it wasn't our crowd. It was, predominantly new audience for us. So whereas it wasn't the biggest crowd in the world, I think that they actually interacted with us quite well and they enjoyed it. The bands that we were playing with were, they were of a similar style, but not who we normally encounter via our normal gigging networks.
Right.
So it was good to have that and see how we fit within, an external scene outside of just a straight up hardcore punk scene.
Okay, brilliant. So, talking about audience, would you say audiences are a bit quiet post COVID?
Not in Leicester. Leicester's really, really good.
Leicester's
I think
good.
that Leicester's great. From what I've seen, obviously coming, in gigs in Leicester, it's extremely strong. I live in Nottingham myself, and Nottingham has seemed quite strong as well. I have heard stories of people say that it has started to dwindle a little bit just due to the cost of living issues coming in.
Yeah.
But I don't think live music's taken for granted as normal as I think it was prior to COVID. I think the big effect's going to be as more international tours now start happening, do those crowds then start dwindling because they just want to spend money on going to see larger acts, which of course is going to mean that they have to fork out more money for it, and then some of the smaller gigs might not be as high on the priority list.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. What do you think of the punk scene in Leicester then? You think it's pretty good?
It seems extremely strong from what I've seen. We've obviously Mike's involved with a group of people called the EMHC Collective, who are putting on hardcore shows every kind of like month to 6 weeks. Would you say, Mike?
yeah, it's every 4 to 6 weeks we put something on. We're normally at Duffy's. We've got a show coming up on the 23rd of September, but this one's going to be at the Shed.
Oh.
And then there's another couple of guys, Marcus and Christian, who put on shows under the state of it, who put on probably a gig a week on Thursdays at Duffy's, and the ones that I've been to and played the turnouts have been absolutely tremendous. I mean, it's all donation entry, but which obviously is going to help, but it's good to see people coming out in vast numbers for these things, even if they're only throwing 2-3 quid in the jar. It's still going towards the bands and helping basically helping the scene thrive.
That's it.
It's nice seeing the audience is getting bigger as time goes on. It's also good seeing more younger people coming through.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true, because
And
there
we're
are
hearing
some
of more bands starting as well.
Yeah.
So, that's good news too.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, like you say, you're playing the Shed on the 23rd of the 9th. That should be quite good. Have you played at the Shed before in Leicester?
We haven't as a band. I've played with other bands I've been in, but Anti Stasi haven't played there.
Oh, okay. All right. That should be pretty good.
I've not played there in about 15 years, I don't think. So it'll be a whole new experience, as it's been obviously refurb.
Yeah. So just be very careful you don't damage the great big, what is it? I think it's about a 12-foot screen at the back of the stage when you're jumping around. Have you got any gigs or anything coming? Well, other than Friday the 23rd at the Shed, have you got any other gigs coming up?
Oh, so 15th of October, we're playing at the Old Salutation in Nottingham, supporting a band called Sewer Trench.
Oh.
We've got a couple of gigs in November which haven't been announced yet, so we can't say whereabouts they are, but one of them's quite a long way away. We've got another one in Nottingham, 25th of November. I'm not Is that at the old Sal?
That's at the Sal as well. That's a fundraiser for the Heaven as a Halfpipe project. Again, it's under unfortunate circumstances. It's a group of people who started a charity in honour of their late friend, and they're looking to get funding to build a skate park in an area of Nottingham. So they're currently putting on live shows in order to try and help raise funds towards that, because they're trying to get I think something like a 10k grant to obviously put it through, because as you can imagine, to put a skate park in place costs an awful lot of money. So they're working tirelessly to make that happen. But that's at the Sal as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we got a couple more in December which haven't been announced yet, both out of town. And we've got a couple in February. One of those, the 24th of February, we're playing at the Derby Hardcore and Punk Festival at the Maypole.
Crikey. So with all that going on, you've done EP1. Have you got any more recordings coming up?
We're working on a set of new tracks. We're looking at hopefully having 6 songs to record by the end of the year.
Wow.
We've got 3 that are complete with vocals and lyrics and everything. We've got 1 that's currently underway, and then we just want to try and get a bigger collection of songs to record, to give us a bit of a variety, so we can kind of pick and choose a set list, as opposed to saying, well, these are the 8 songs that we're playing. We might just rehash the order. We can move things in, move things out to suit particular crowd that we're playing with.
Yeah, sure. Well, I seem very, very busy then. So you obviously you've all got day jobs as well.
Yeah, yep. Under the bands.
And other bands. Blimey. Don't know how you managed to fit it all in. So how can people follow you? How can people keep in touch with you?
We've got Facebook, Instagram, which are the most used social networks that we've got. We have a YouTube channel which we update with videos, and there's a link tree which you can find on our Instagram page, which gives access to all of our music, which you can either stream on stream platforms, Spotify, Amazon, etc.
And the names and your name across all of them's Anti Stasi, is it?
Yeah. So the Instagram name is Anti_Stasi_EMHC. Which is for East Midlands Hardcore, and the Facebook, I think we're just Anti Stasi MHC.
It's just Anti Stasi on the Facebook.
All right, okay,
Okay, brilliant. Okay, well, we'll play your last song in a moment, but first of all, I'd like to say just thanks very much for coming on my little show today, guys.
Thanks very much for having us.
It's been great chatting to you. I can't wait to see you live at some point, because you're obviously around quite a bit at the moment. So yeah, great. So we're going to sign off with Middle Age Anthem. Would one of you like to tell us a little bit about that and what it's about?
Yeah, so the lyrics behind this are a bit more tongue in cheek than the last one. With hardcore, you tend to find that a lot of people will they'll lose touch. They'll stop going to shows, for perfectly valid reasons. But you've always got people who do stick around. I mean, I'm 38 this year. Mike is older than me. I won't say his age on the air. And we still see people who are well into their 40s and 50s who are still involved in the scene, and it's basically about going to shows at that age, and you're still seeing bands that you enjoy seeing. So you want to you want to go out and you want to basically give it like you're still 18, but we're obviously not. And it's essentially about the night and then how much you ache the next morning. So it's a bit more fun, but still it's a bit more of a fun set of lyrics compared to a social commentary on how art is being destroyed. We'll call it.
Okay, that's brilliant. I must admit, I do like your rocky riffs you've got going through these tracks as well. And this one's a little bit longer than Idiot Parade. So thanks very much for chatting to us, guys. And here's Middle Age Anthem by Anti Stasi. That was me chatting to the wonderful Michael and Dan from local punksters Anti Stasi. Can't wait to see them on Friday the 23rd of September at the Shed in sunny Leicester. They'll be supporting Malignant Methods, Wise Up, Nothing But Enemies. That sounds like a pretty raucous gig. Oh, and also Leicester's very own Eternal Discipline, also on the bill. Yeah, that sounds like fun anyway. Okie doke, so meanwhile, let's have some Steve Faulkner. Enjoy the ride.
Look which way you're going when you leave it all behind. It'll be no consolation when you come to reconcile. There's only one destination, so you gotta enjoy the ride. Make no mistake about it, I'm here to spend some time. Take a look through my eyes, witness what I observe. You'll see someone before you who don't get the credit that they deserve. Don't look over your shoulder, leave one future behind. It's all laid out before you, your spirit needs to shine. There's only one destination, so you gotta enjoy the ride. Make no mistake about it, I'm here to spend some time. Nothing can make you happier than potential realize. So break free of your shackles and the scars that weigh you down. Why try to walk through water when there's so much air around? There's only one destination, so you gotta enjoy the ride. Make no mistake about it, I'm here to spend some time.
That was the wonderful Steve Faulkner and Enjoy the Ride. He's a prolific gigger, always can be seen performing. His next couple of gigs he's got lined up are Wednesday the 14th of September at the Tap and Tumbler in Nottingham, and then on the Sunday the 18th of September 2022. That's an afternoon gig. He's performing at Hinckley BID's Motor Show. Now it's Now it's time for another blast from the past. Here's Stu Crown and the Bobcats, Paint the Town Blue.
Sometimes I get these thoughts in my head whilst you're still sleeping, stretched across my bed, that I cannot give you what you deserve. I ain't got much money or voice to be heard. I cannot leave, I got no place to go except to her arms, and they ain't my home. I try and I keep these things under control, get you out of my head and back to where you belong. Don't you take watch myself, watch myself break in two. Yeah, and I always said, sometimes I think that I'd be much better off dead. Oh, and sometimes I knew, well, I'm all out of red, so I guess I'll have to paint the town blue. Well, I won't compromise just for your happiness. The fact I can't solve this mess of a head that I have to carry, and sometimes it shows. It's not easy to hide, but then I don't disclose that I gotta stay strong. Selfish if you please, it may not be brave, and sometimes cowardly, like a leaf on the river or the wind in the trees. Gotta keep moving, just to make you happy. Don't you take it out on me. Don't you take it out on me. Don't you take it out on me. Watch myself, watch myself break in two. Yeah, and I always said, sometimes I think that I'd be much better off dead. Oh, and sometimes I knew, well, I'm all out of red, so I guess I'll have to paint the town blue.
That was the wonderful Stu Crown and the Bobcats. Not sure what he's up to these days. According to his social media, hasn't seemed to have done a lot since since about last year, I think. So yeah. Anyway, let's have a band that are very current. I last saw them at Glastonbury 2022 in the Charnwood tent, actually. I think it was. Yes, it was. It's the Heartland Roots Band and Feet Off the Ground.
feels so good, baby, like it should. When things start piling up, they come crashing down, and my worries start to lose me. I dial a number just to hear the sound of your voice start to soothe me. It's like stepping on air, having you around. When you're there, I swear since I met you, I found I'm walking 2 feet off the ground. When things start piling up, then come crashing down, and my worries start to lose me. I dial a number just to hear the sound of your voice start to soothe me. It's like stepping on air, having you around. When you're there, I swear since I met you, I found I'm walking 2 feet off the ground.
That was the wonderful Heartland Roots Band and Feet Off the Ground. If you want to find them on Facebook, it's HRB Leicester. They're actually playing tomorrow night, Friday, the 9th of September 2022, at the Shed in sunny Leicester. So that will be a great gig. I love the Shed, absolutely love it. That brings us to the end of another eclectic mix of local music here on Live, Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, if you want to see what gigs are coming up in Leicestershire, then check out Music in Leicester's gig guide at musicinleicester.co.uk. Also, if you want to listen to any previous shows or interviews, they'll be on a playlist on the right hand side of musicinleicester.co.uk. So do have a good week, and I shall see you next Thursday, 5 o'clock here on Hermitage FM.